The automatic sponsored products campaign is a staple for most Amazon sellers. And while most sellers are sitting on an absolute treasure trove of information, few are utilizing that data to its fullest potential. In part 3 of the automatic campaign series, I'm going to show you what to do with all of that data you've collected inside of the automatic campaign. We're going to go over 6 different tips of what you can do to help you scale your Amazon ads based on our experience in managing millions in ad spend. Stay tuned. If you're new here, my name is Mike Zagari. I am the creator of PPC Entourage. We are software to help you scale your Amazon advertising, plus we provide results-driven management. If you are not subscribed to our channel, make sure you do so, because every single week we take all the knowledge we've gained from managing millions of dollars in ad spend and pour it into these videos to help you grow your business. So subscribe today, click on the notification bell, and let's get started. All right, so now that you have set up your automatic campaigns and you probably are sitting on a wealth of data, the single best thing that you can get into the habit of doing is to look into and download your search term report on a regular basis. Now, the search term report is an absolute goldmine of information. It's a treasure trove of data to look into what your customers are actually thinking. It can help you find new keywords, new Asins, and also new potential products just by looking at the actual customer search term. So if you're unfamiliar with the search term report, definitely download it and study it, because it's going to be a really critical part to your success as an Amazon advertiser. Take a look at this search term report here. You can see that it shows you the campaign name, it shows you the keyword that you're targeting, and the actual customer search term, along with some really good key metrics that we want to take a look at, including clicks, click-through rate, spend, and 7-day sales, and 7-day window attribution for 7-day sales. Now, as we go down the page over here, you can see that we're going to look at the automatic campaigns, because we're focusing in on automatic campaigns. And inside of the search term report, you're going to see that the keywords on the automatic campaigns are actually little asterisks over here, because Amazon does not tell us what those keywords actually are, but they do tell us the search terms that have resulted from the targeting. So you'll see the asterisks over here, and then you'll see the search term or the ASIN that show up, along with the number of clicks, the click-through rate, and various other metrics. So this is the foundation for building other campaigns and doing all of the other research. Now, here's what it looks like inside of PPC Entourage. What we have selected here are new keywords only. And the reason why I had this selected is because I want to find new keyword opportunities that I can bid on a regular basis. The beautiful thing about the automatic campaigns is that they're always going to be generating new potential search terms, because there's thousands of ways of saying the same thing, and there's a million ways that customers will find your products. So we want to find the low-hanging fruit, and that's what this will do. We'll go in here every single week, we'll find those new search terms, and we will bid on them. So in this example here, we have new keywords only, meaning they're not in any previous campaigns. I've removed the Asins for this example, and I can see I selected Easyology, Amazing, Roller, Cat, Toy, and Tower of Tracks. I can then create a campaign right from Entourage, or simply download your search term report and then head on over to Amazon Advertising, go to keyword targeting. And as you can see over here, I have made a manual campaign targeting those 2 search terms in the search term report that are brand new. I am not targeting those keywords yet. I am now targeting them based on proven metrics. Now, a lot of sellers say to me, well, how long should I wait before I migrate a keyword from the automatic campaign into a manual campaign? We tend to do it with 3 or more orders. 3 or more orders means there's a lot of history. It means people have searched for this search term multiple times and have already converted at least 3 times. So as you can see over here, we have selected the 2 that have, actually this one has 2 orders over here, and this one has 7 orders over here. So I would actually, unselect this one and choose this one and move that over to a manual campaign, because that has 3 or more orders. The other question that we get all the time is that since these search terms were generated from an automatic campaign, should I negate these search terms inside of the automatic campaign that they came from? My answer to that is no. One, it's going to cause much more work, and who needs more work when you don't have to do it? The other thing is these search terms are going to perform differently in an automatic campaign as they would in a manual campaign. It's impossible to say that we could replicate how Amazon treats these keywords. Amazon is a very smart AI, and they're going to use the automatic campaign completely differently at times than we would in a manual campaign. So have them running both in the automatic campaign and in the manual campaign, and don't bother negating them in the automatic campaign. Strategy number 2 is to make sure that you are looking for Asins to harvest. Now, these are the Asins that, once again, have multiple orders. We can then take that information and we can use it in other campaigns. Now, this is quite basic, but I just want to go over some of the general principles while doing this. You can see that in this search term report, we have multiple Asins that have shown up, and some of them have just one order or one click. When I go into PPC Entourage, you can see here that we have multiple orders for this Asin and for this Asin. So 7 times somebody was on this product detail page and then bought my product instead of their product. So this is an incredible opportunity to try to ethically steal some sales. So what you can do is you can take these Asins and you can use them in manual product targeting campaigns. And in this example, you can simply add to either an existing product targeting campaign or a new campaign, or dive right into Seller Central, copy those Asins and put them into the list right over here underneath your sponsored product ads. And you're going to see that they're going to show up right over here. Now, keep in mind that if you want to target the product detail page of this Asin, what you can do is you can apply a bid modifier. And I've done that over here. So essentially what this is saying over here is that I want to bid higher on the product detail page to try to get more visibility for that Asin that I'm targeting on the product detail page, as opposed to the top of search or the rest of search. So this is giving me a little bit of an advantage because I've gone into the search term report. I've identified the Asins that have converted. Now I'm going into Amazon and I'm putting those Asins in and I'm targeting those Asins, but I'm also saying because of this, I want to target specifically their product detail pages because that has worked in the past. And I can tell that through my search term report. So the third thing that you can do is what we call the copy, rinse, and repeat strategy. So the copy, rinse, and repeat strategy works with sponsored brand ads. And this is something that I think a lot of sellers probably don't want to do because it's very time consuming. And I think that's a good thing because it's going to be a higher barrier to entry. Not a lot of sellers are going to want to do this. So for example, I have set up my automatic campaigns. I've gone into the search term report. Now I see here that this keyword here, this search term, cat indoor playpen, has multiple orders. I then want to use that in my sponsored brand strategy. So I copy this. So when I go over to Amazon with that search term and I search for it, you can see that for cat indoor playpen, other products are showing up. Now this says puppy playpen. Now, if I have a cat, I'm not looking for a puppy playpen. So this is a great way to get very specific in the search term that I'm using and put that into my headline. This is why we call it the copy, rinse, and repeat strategy, because simply what we're doing is we're going into the search term report, we're finding these opportunities, and then we're using them in our actual headlines to connect and resonate with the shopper based on what they're actually shopping for. So here we have the cat indoor playpen. It's showing up for puppy playpen, pet playpen. Actually, that's a horrible headline. So we have this tool that is available for free on our site called the Headline Creator. And what we could do here is we could take the actual search term. So for example, cat indoor playpen, we could bring that over to the Headline Creator and we could start to plug in different headlines based on these different hooks. So for example, the cat indoor playpen you can trust. You know, and that's a big one because I would imagine that if a playpen for a cat isn't trustworthy, a cat could get out. And I know I have a cat. I would absolutely hate to lose my cat, especially outdoors. That would be an absolute nightmare. So this trust builder not only builds trust, it shows up with the actual search term, and you can do the copy, rinse, and repeat strategy. I can find other search terms that are very similar to the cat indoor playpen, and then target that in my sponsored brand campaign as an exact match and put that into my actual headline. Here's another example, dependable cat indoor playpen for cats. Now that sounds a heck of a lot better than Esk Collection 48-inch puppy playpen pet playpen, especially when somebody's looking for a cat indoor playpen. All right, so one more example here. We have a lot of different categories. Did you know our cat indoor playpen is durable? Now I kind of just threw that together, but the point is that sparks curiosity. We're not just giving them some features, we're actually sparking some curiosity. We're getting them to look and maybe answer that question in their mind, and then that is going to help hopefully increase our click-through rate. Strategy number 4 of how to utilize your automatic campaign is to make sure that you're utilizing all 3 ad types. Now, this is a common mistake that we see. Most sellers that we work with are only utilizing sponsored product ads, but all of the search terms that we just found can be used not only in sponsored product ads, but can be used in sponsored brand ads. You can use that for sponsored brand headline ads and also sponsored brand video ads. Then all of the Asins and the categories that we find can be used in all 3. So it is an absolute wealth of information, and that automatic campaign can really start to feed into the foundation of your strategy moving forward. But make sure that you're utilizing all 3 ad types. Now that doesn't mean that if you're just starting out, you're gonna wanna use all 3 ad types. You may wanna just start with sponsored product ads, build it out really well, make sure your automatic campaigns are working really well, and then use that information to build out your sponsored brand ads and your sponsored display ads. All right, tip number 5 of what you can do with the automatic campaign is to target misspellings and also other languages. So here's an example here inside of the search term report. You can see that it is an automatic campaign by this asterisk, and rather than cat cave, somebody typed in car cave. So I could then go ahead and look at these common misspellings and make a campaign that's a little bit of a lower bid in a manual way that goes after some of these misspellings. In the same way, I could also go down here and I can see that people are typing in Spanish and finding my product as well. So I can look at the most common Spanish keywords if I'm selling in the US marketplace. Perhaps it's French if you're selling in Canada. But check this out. There's a bunch of different Spanish keywords that show up. So I can make another campaign that's geared towards the Spanish speaking community on Amazon. All right, our final tip of what to do with the automatic campaign is to harvest categories. Now this may seem a little bit different and unusual, but category harvesting is different from ASIN harvesting. Essentially what we're doing is we're looking at all of the ASINs to see which categories those ASINs are in, and then we're targeting those categories as a whole. So as you can see here, I have one main category that I'm targeting, but if I dig into the search term report and I go into PPC Entourage, you can see that if we look at all of the different categories that show up from the ASINs collected in our automatic campaigns, you can see that it spans a wide variety of categories. We have pet supplies, cat beds and furniture, cat trees and condos, and it goes all the way down, even dog products when we're selling cat products. Now, the reason why I bring this up is by doing this, it could help open up your mind a bit to see which categories other shoppers are looking at and then also going ahead and purchasing your products. Because when you see this, essentially what happened is in the dog supply categories, 7 different times, somebody purchased our cat products while looking at a dog supply category. So this is a great way to get in front of your audience. Now, I don't recommend doing this and going super wide unless you have a budget to do so, and you may want to layer these on over time, but you could be very surprised at which categories work really well for your products and also which categories just don't quite work very well at all. The point is you have to test it to see which ones work best. So how are you using the search term report and automatic campaigns to improve your Amazon ad strategy? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, the video above is the video from last week on how to optimize automatic campaigns, and the video below is a video that YouTube thinks you will like. And if you're looking to eliminate painful spreadsheets, head on over to ppcentourage.com to see how we can help you in your Amazon advertising journey. I'll see you all next week.